So I onboarded a normal OnlyFans creator the other day, right? And of course there was loads of mistakes with the account, with them obviously just being a normal model, just starting OnlyFans, figuring out what's right, what's wrong and stuff. And they had been doing it for about 2 months and they barely made any money, like maybe $600-700 each month for like 2 months or something. Then of course I have hopped on the account and stuff to sort it all out and obviously help them grow their OnlyFans. And a main thing what I noticed was the way they were chatting. So I thought I'd make a quick little video on chatting. Like, I'm no chatting expert, but I still know more than the average person about chatting and when it comes to actually selling content, getting more out there, right? And when I was on this account, obviously sorting it all out and stuff, I was looking at the chat and noticed one major thing where it was limited how much money they could be making, right? And that was the way they were selling their pictures and selling pay-per-view and messages and all that stuff, right? And the way they would do it is they were selling one, so see like a bundle, like I don't know, 10 pictures and 3 videos, right? They would be selling them for like maybe $30, while you could instead sell them separately and build it up as like a script or like a drip set type seal type thing, right? So that's a major thing. So I'm going to talk a bit about that and how you can actually start doing that yourself, just in case you are a solo creator and AI model owner and you don't really know how to do much chatting. So like I see, they were selling pictures, right? Like 10 pictures, 3 videos, all for like $30, right? Of course the fans were buying them because it is a good deal, don't get me wrong, but they could have easily squeezed a lot more out of the fans by simply selling them separately and building it as a storyline and just selling them separately as it gets closer to the climax and the fan gets more excited and wants to see more. So they could have sold it as just free teaser pictures, $10 for another picture where it's more exclusive, then so on and so on, where they're gradually building up the price. So like $10, $20, $40, $80, and just building it up as they sell on and it gets closer to the climax. Because the closer to the climax the fan is, the more likely they are going to spend more money, because they're just thinking blindness and they're just thinking, oh well, I'm close to it now, I really want this, I really want to see more, and I want to see what's behind this paywall. So like when it comes to chatting and stuff, you never want to underprice yourself, right? Like this is what I always say loads of people, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, selling that many pictures and videos for so cheap is extremely high value. It is a way to keep the customer very happy and all that stuff, right? But I think we're here for money. If we can still retain the happiness aspect and giving value but getting more money, then of course that's our job to do so. And I used to very underprice my content when I first started this, right? When I was on my AI models and I was doing the content, selling it and stuff, I would do it for a very low price, and I probably could have squeezed out maybe even double the price simply just by having confidence, right? Like, you've got to think you are in the shoes of some hot girl and these fans are complete losers who want the attention of the girl, right? So you can literally set the price at anything you want based on how much you think the fan will spend, and it's going to be valuable to them because they literally just want a genuine connection. They want to see content from this girl. So you need to learn to not underprice your content. So say you have like a 3-minute video, right? You might think, oh, I can only get $20 for this, but honestly, depending on the fan, if it's a high spender, if it's a wheel, you could literally sell that for like $200. Obviously, it's not for every fan. Some fans you might be able to get $40, others will be able to get $100. You shouldn't have a set price. It should be based on how much the fan's actually willing to spend. So back to this model's account what I was on, I think they have roughly 200 free subs at the minute. We've done no marketing so far, so we're still getting everything set up. But they've had 200 free fans on the account, so of course there is still initial traffic there. There is initial fans there where we can squeeze money out of. And I think the model made themselves through chatting was maybe $60 to $80 in a single day, right? But when we came on the account, I think we made like $190 within the first day. Then the second day was like a $160. Then this is the third day now, so we've literally just started. But we've quite literally tripled the income simply just by the way we are chatting. So selling pictures as scripts instead of just all-in-one bundles and stuff like that, right? Because that's the power of actually doing it. When you create a storyline and you try to squeeze as much money out of a fan as possible, it's very easy to do so, especially if you frame it right. You know how to actually chat to an extent, you know what fans want to see, what they are into, you build genuine connections. It's so easy to triple your income simply just by learning these basic tasks, because like a lot of people out there, they generally don't know how to chat. They'll send out like 10 mass messages a day where it includes like a $7 picture or like a massive bundle, and it's a piece of text where you can just tell it a mass message. So the fans don't want to actually engage because they know for a fact it's either an agency behind it or just some girl who literally doesn't give a shit about them. But if you build genuine connection and you actually frame it correctly, you can squeeze so much money, whether they're a free sub or a paid sub. It completely doesn't matter. I believe you can squeeze money out of every single sub if you try hard enough. But unlike the aspect of mass messages, this model was sending out like I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 mass messages, not pay-per-view ones, but literally just mass messages to try and get the fan to reply. So stuff like, oh hey, are you there? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, do you want to see this new picture I've took? And like, these are very basic mass messages where you can tell that the model just wants a reply from anyone, and you can just tell it's a mass message. While if you do something what actually like baiting them into a reply, so for instance, are you mad at me? What's wrong? Can you please tell me why? Like just stuff like that, they're going to think in their mind, why does this girl think I'm mad at her? Has she done something? Let me tell her it's not right. And you can actually beat out a reply, and obviously once you've got a conversation sparking, that's when you can obviously advance the conversation and get onto the actual selling aspect. But if you're just sending out mass messages, of course you might have some people who just want to buy your pictures, but a lot of them out there want a genuine connection, so you must make sure to actually build that connection and make it seem like you're not a robot who doesn't care about these fans and it's an agency behind it, right? You've got to make sure it seems genuine. If you're liking the video so far, please make sure to actually like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. If you do want to connect with me, simply message me on Instagram. The link is in the description. Same with a free Telegram for OnlyFans creators, right? Or people who in OnlyFans. There's a free Telegram in the description. It's got over 1,600 people in. And I don't want your money, so feel free to join for a bunch of free value. Like, this isn't a go at my current model or like just other models out there who don't have a clue about chatting, because it's expected, right? When you first start, you may think that like chatting is just like a side objective and stuff, but it's actually the main way your income comes in, right? Like, yeah, you may have 100 subscriptions at $14, right? That's only $1,400, right? Most of your money is going to come from chatting, tips, buying messages, stuff along the lines of that. So it's arguably one of the most important parts of the business, right? Because if you don't know how to chat, that means you're not going to be able to squeeze as much money as possible out of customers, which means you're not going to make much money at all. And of course, there is different chatting strategies out there. Some people offer girlfriend experience, some people sell bundles, loads of people do mass messages. Obviously, it depends on the size of the account and the way you want to operate things. But me personally, I believe selling scripts is the best way to go along things, as a lot of fans do enjoy it, right? They like the sense of like they're actually helping the creator get off and like climax and stuff like that. They like the storyline of that actually happening. So you've got to make it seem real, and you've got to give them what they want just so you can squeeze as much money out of them. Other than that, I think I'll just waffle a bit about what I've been doing recently with AI models, real models, stuff along the lines of that, because I haven't made an update in a pretty long time, maybe a few months, right? But basically, I'm moving on to real models at the minute. That doesn't mean I'm fully sacking off AI models. I am still with them. I'm still advancing on AI and figuring out different ways I can use it and incorporate it into other businesses. But for now, I'm just moving on to real models because I believe it just aligns better with me and how I want to run my business. Like, don't get me wrong, you can make a shit ton of money through AI models, but I just believe you can make more with real ones. So right now I'm just onboarding real models, getting them up and running and expanding my business, basically just growing what I've already built. That is the end, and like I see it, subscribe, because that would mean the world to me. Same with liking. There is a free Telegram in the description, feel free to join that. Loads of people in there working towards AI models, have marketing knowledge and just random stuff like that, right? I guarantee you can learn something that's completely free, so feel free to join. See ya.